Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to today's commentary match, which comes to you from a packed Olympic Stadium in Munich. It is the Munich derby, Munich 1860 versus Bayern Munich. The 190th time these two traditional Munich sides have clashed. Of course, in the Bundesliga this season, we have a third Munich side in Unterhaching, but these are the two sides who have battled it out really for over a century. Munich 1860, the Lions, the side with perhaps the greater tradition, although Bayern Munich, promoted in 1965, have played such a dominant role in German soccer ever since then. Always a marvellous occasion, one that promises action, thrills, entertainment. Last game here was a 3-all draw, and what a match that was. Our referee this afternoon, the highly experienced Mr. Bernd Heinemann from Magdeburg, 45 years of age, one of Germany's 3 Champions League referees, 10 years on the FIFA list. But sadly, Mr. Heinemann, because of the age ruling, will have to end his international career at the end of this year. But we hope he'll be in charge of quite a few more Bundesliga games to come. A highly popular official, a man with a great temperament for the big game, and that is why he has been appointed to this afternoon's massive clash. Nearly 70,000 spectators crammed into what is one of the finest arenas in European soccer. The tension, you could almost cut the air with a knife. Both sides play in the Olympic Stadium when they have home matches. This derby counts on the soccer calendar at least as a home game for Munich 1860. Regular viewers will know they play in blue and white. Bayern Munich, record German champions, playing in red and dark blue. That's Roman Tischer, Czech star. Really, the noise quite deafening. First free kick, Bayern Munich playing from left to right. In action in midweek, of course, they're through to the last 16 of the Champions League. And they got a good draw away Norway to Rosenborg Trondheim. A match they might well have won, but nevertheless it was an impressive performance. A number of the stars who figured in that game rested for this afternoon's important clash. Let me give you the lineups first of all. The home side are Munich 1860. It looks like as though we've got a bonfire going in the stands there, but the officials appear to have it under control. In goal for Munich 1860, Daniel Hoffmann. The captain, wearing number 4, is Marco Kurz. Number 5, the veteran Dutch international Gerald Vanenburg. Number 6, Roman Tischer. Number 9, Martin Max. Number 10, favourite star with the German national team fans, the highly popular Thomas Hessler. Number 12 is Filip Topalovic. 13, Harold Czerny. 15, Holger Greilich. 18, Paul Agostino from Australia. And number 23, Thomas Riedl. Bayern Munich, who this afternoon figure as the away team, the visitors. They have Oliver Kahn in goal. Number 4 is Sami Kufur. 7, Mehmet Scholl. 11, Stefan Effenberg. On the ball now, the Bayern captain. 16 is Jens Jeremies. 17, Thorsten Fink. 18, Michael Tarnat. 19, Carsten Janker. 20, Hassan Salihamidzic. 24, new signing from Paraguay, Roque Santa Cruz. And number 25, Thomas Linker. So quite a few members of the Bayern side not in action in the European Cup in midweek. But the coach for Bayern Munich, Ottmar Hitzfeld, playing a rotation system. Bayern, so many stars, 4 internationals drop out, they're replaced by another 4. Such riches. Bayern Munich, great opportunity. That's Czerny clearing. Janker's up there. Salihamidzic. Good tackle from Tisa coming in. Although a little bit of hesitation. The pressure is on Munich 1860. Torsten Fink. Stefan Effenberg. And already that Munich 1860 goal under pressure. And the referee blowing for a free kick as Werner Laurent, the Munich 1860 coach, takes his seat in the stands. Strange place, you might think, for a coach to sit. Well, Werner Laurent, one of the more volatile of the Bundesliga coaches, involved in an argument with one of the linesmen in the game against Leverkusen, and the German Football Association fined him 25,000 marks and told him that he had to sit in the stands for 2 more matches. Laurent, when he heard of the decision, decided he was going to leave Munich 1860, but that's something he's said about a dozen times before, that he's still in charge. Now in his 8th season, Laurent, with Munich 1860, and a close friend of the Munich 1860 president, Mr. Wildmoser. Bayern already in the driving seat. Jens Jeremies. Push in the back from Holger Greilich. The Bayern Munich fans had hoped perhaps that Vicente Lizarazu might be available for this game. Back in training this week. But with such an abundance of talent, no real reason for Ottmar Hitzfeld to risk his French World Cup winning star if he's not 100% fit. And shouts of Bayern echoing round the stadium, even though this is indeed a home match for 1860. This fixture for the last 3 years has ended as a draw. A little Thomas Hessler down the right-hand side. But although Munich 1860 have done well against Bayern in the home fixture, it's now 22 years since 1861. Hessler. Tarnat down the left, that's Roque Santa Cruz moving into space. This young man cost an absolute fortune. 17 million marks when he was just 17, just prior to his 18th birthday. But Bayern reckoned that if they'd waited another 2 seasons, they'd have had to play a whole lot more than that. And a very pensive Ottmar Hitzfeld, and I picture a man who commands tremendous respect, not only in Germany, but throughout Europe, one of the world's top coaches. And well taken by Daniel Hoffmann. That's Errol Farnenborg, the man who's retired about 3 or 4 times. He keeps coming back. That's Sami Kufur, the new captain of the Ghanaian national side. Jens Jeremies. Well, Hoffmann getting himself into all sorts of trouble, and fortunate in the end to give away a throw-in. Not exactly confidence-inspiring, was it? And then, of course, tangling with the burly figure of Carsten Janker. And already, with just 7.5 minutes gone, Bayern looking far the more dangerous of the 2 sides. 6 successive victories for Bayern Munich. Unbelievable, scored 16 goals and they have not let in 1. That, of course, in the Bundesliga on Wednesday, the scoreline was Rosenborg-Trondheim 1, Bayern 1. And this season, Bayern going for what would be their 16th German championship. Champions last season, of course, but beaten in the Champions League final by Manchester United. What is good skills. Little Thomas Hessler. Agostino's up front. And good covering, excellent covering by Thomas Linke. Thomas Riedel joined Munich 1860 from Kaiserslautern. He's playing in midfield this afternoon. Good ball from Kurz. Bayern already with everyone back. No space at all for Thomas Hessler. Oh, tremendous shot! That was an excellent shot. Coming in from number 15, Holger Greilich. That was a fine effort from a man who's a defender. Greilich hasn't scored so far this season, and that was well taken by Oliver Kahn. First real opportunity, if we can call it that. More an opportunist attempt by Munich 1860. Attempted 1-2, didn't come off. And Munich 1860 playing the ball too tight. 10 minutes gone, still no score in the Olympic Stadium. Marvellous atmosphere for the 190th Munich derby. Same Kufur. Jens Jeremy's playing sweeper because Lothar Matthäus, the veteran 38-year-old, is out injured. Matthäus strained an adductor muscle last week. In Bayern's 6-1 defeat of Freiburg, they absolutely dismantled the side from the Black Forest. Bayern now with 25 goals to their credit. Their overall record, they've won 8, drawn 2, and lost 2. Away from home, because this is an away match for them. They've won 4, drawn 1, lost 1. 13 points out of 18 points away from home, and that is the best away record in the league. A formidable figure of Carsten Janker awaits the big throw from Hasan Salihamidzic. Up goes Effenberg. Hessler back in defence. Heavy tackle by Thomas Linke. And the referee, Mr. Heinemann, stopping play for that challenge. Gerald Farnenborg. Harold Czerny. Corner kick. First corner of the afternoon. Certainly for Munich 1860. The man for all dead ball situations is Thomas Hessler, joined in the close season from Borussia Dortmund. Back there is Effenberg. Hessler once more. And the tall figure of Carsten Janker back in defence. Throw in once again. Bayern with plenty of tall men back in defence. Lord Kufur not quite heading it away. Back in defence is Salihamidzic. That's Roque Santa Cruz. Brought down by Greilich. Bayern intend to let this young man have plenty of time to develop. Uli Hoeneß, the Bayern manager, says there's absolutely no rush. They paid a lot of money for him, and of course they want to see him develop into a formidable striker. Already a tremendously impressive player, Santa Cruz. And so too is that man, Jens Jeremies. He has become a firm fixture in the German national side. One of the best defenders in the country. And Jeremies, of course, 2 years ago used to play for 1860 Munich. Linker. Salihamidzic, oh, good footwork from the Bosnian. Excellent run. Bit of shirt pulling. Spotted by the eagle-eyed Mr. Heinemann. That's why he's one of Europe's top referees. And the yellow card as well. Roman Tisa. Well, and the shirt pulling was actually before our slow motion replay. Tisa going down a little late there. But defence committed before we showed the slow-mo. Stefan Effenberg's there, so too is Torsten Fink. The big bald figure of Carsten Janker, or perhaps not so much bald as shaven-headed. 1 meter 90. Not a good attempt from Tarnat. And there's Ottmar Hitzfeld on the left. Bayern coach, his assistant next to him. We've had 16 minutes of play so far, no goals. Plenty of action though. Last season, Bayern Munich absolutely walked the Bundesliga, finishing champions by a massive 15 points. That's probably a record that will never be broken. They scored the most goals, 76. They let in the fewest, 28. And that was the best goal difference of the entire 1990s. A team of superlatives. Last season they were going for the treble. League Championship, German Cup and European Cup. They won the league easily. It looked as though they were going to take the Champions League trophy. Winning 1-0 against Manchester United with a minute to go, but then 2 goals for Manchester United. Saw that dream shattered. And a week later, in the Olympic Stadium in Berlin, Werder Bremen stopped Bayern Munich winning the German Cup. So Bayern once again this season looking not only for that German Championship but also for European honours, and they are already through to the last 16, 4 groups of 4. A few changes in Munich. In the Bayern squad, Ali Day, the striker, was sold to Hertha. Thomas Helmer went to Hertha Berlin via Sunderland. And of course, as I said earlier, 17-year-old Roque Santa Cruz was brought from Olimpia Asuncion, and Paulo Sergio from Roma for 12 million. Paulo Sergio had a superb game on Wednesday night. He's being rested today. He is on the bench, the Brazilian star. Carsten Janker, the man who got the Bayern goal against Trondheim. Munich 1860. Really, there was not a bad position for a shot, but just a little too far out for Thomas Riedel. Werner Laurent on the left. Mr. Wildmoser, the club president, on the right of your screen. And Werner Laurent, a man who's not exactly known for smiling. Not too happy with that shot high and wide from Thomas Riedel. We've had a goal in Rostock, by the way. Rostock, playing at home to newly promoted Unterhaching, have gone ahead after 90 minutes through Stefan Baumgart. No goals here in the Olympic Stadium. Bayern looking confident though. Munich 1860 having to rely on sporadic attacks. Bayern, the side, looking more cohesive, more composed, and certainly posing the bigger threat. A bit of a wild kick from Thomas Hessler. 1860. The first chance! And that was Effenberg tackling back. Martin Max had the ball on his foot, but excellent covering by Stefan Effenberg. This time Martin Max doesn't have the pace. Max joining Munich 1860 from Schalke. Also playing today is his former teammate at Schalke. Also made the long journey south, Filip Tapalovic. Riley. Derisive cheers from the 1860 fans as Oliver Kahn boots the ball into the crowd as he's pressurised by Australian striker Paul Agostino. Tisa with the throw. Foul on Carsten Janker by number 4 Marco Kurz, the 1860 captain. Thomas Hessler. Hessler doing well to escape the attentions of Roque Santa Cruz. Good tackle by Kufur. Jeremies. I told you that Jeremies used to play for Munich 1860, and the 1860 fans giving him the bird whenever he's on the ball. That's a fine pass. Superb tackle by Effenberg. The 1860 fans howl at the referee, but I'm afraid Effenberg, he went in hard, but he played the ball. Janker. Poor pass from Czerny, intercepted by Tanat. Janker's in the middle, so's Roque Santa Cruz. Martin Max. Roman Thies out to Hessler. And an amazing scoreline in Wolfsburg. The visitors are Hertha Berlin, who are going through a terrible patch at the moment. If you saw our commentary game last week, you'll have seen Hertha lose at home 1-0. Well, they're 2-0 down in Wolfsburg after only 22 minutes. Mehmet Scholl. Tarnat to Kufur. Linker to Jeremies to Kufur. Well, that's a lovely header. Number 20 is Salihamidzic. Roque Santa Cruz is with him. And I think there's a bit of a mix-up there. I think Santa Cruz wanted the pass down the right. He certainly didn't take a defender with him. Torsten Fink. Midway through the first half, the home side in today's Munich derby, Munich 1860, very much under pressure. It's Harold Czerny. Chips it over! Oh, great header against the crossbar! That was Paul Agostino, the Australian. And just when I say that Bayern Munich were taking a grip of the game, a beautiful cross from Czerny. Up goes Agostino, and the crossbar saves Bayern Munich. Great header, but where oh where was Sami Kufur. Agostino almost getting a free header there. Werner Laurent puts his head in his hands. That was close. Bayern come back through Scholl, loses it in midfield. It's Riedel. Interesting to see that the referee had his eye all the time on the linesman. Well, Martin Max goes down, and the referee awarding a free kick to Munich 1860, although, as I said, he had his eye on the linesman, and the linesman had actually put his flag up for offside. And I think that is what Otmar Hitzfeld is saying now to the linesman. Look, you put your flag up for offside before the foul, so the referee has got to give the offside. Still, Mr. Heinemann gives a free kick. It's a beauty against the bar again. Oh, my goodness. Gerald Farnenburg this time. Oh, Oliver Kahn ought to do the lottery. So much luck, twice in 2 minutes. And against exactly the same area of the crossbar. Good save, though. Twice in 2 minutes, the bar saves Bayern. Once again, beautiful curling effort from Farnenburg. Kahn against the bar. And that is why Munich 1860 was so happy that Gerald Farnenburg decided not to hang up his boots. The Dutchman, 35 years of age, had a lot of trouble with injury, but he still keeps coming back. He said he intends to finish at Christmas, but Munich 1860 hope that Farnenburg will hang on certainly to the end of the season. He is a consummate footballer. Well, this game is providing us with some superb entertainment, and it's still 0-0. 28 minutes gone. And just when Bayern Munich seemed to be taking over in midfield, creating the chances, Munich 1860 explode into action. Oliver Kahn. So close to picking the ball out of the back of his net on 2 occasions in the last 5 minutes. But it's still no score. Kahn, the #1 goalkeeper in Germany. Another opportunity. Oh, I don't believe it! I don't believe it! This is absolutely breathtaking. Well, I'd like to know when the ball hit the Bayern Munich crossbar 3 times in 5 or 6 minutes. What a tremendous shot again. Kahn was beaten. Corner kick. Little Ike Hessler. Oh, great opportunity. Kahn saves. A tremendous reflex action from Oliver Kahn. Well, 1860 must be wondering just what they have to do to put the ball in the net. The ball flicked on. And in comes Topalovic. Laurent can't believe it. And Mr. Wildmoser, the president, light yet another cigarette. This encounter, certainly not what you want to be watching if you've got weak nerves. Half an hour gone. A fabulous, fabulous Munich derby. Jens Jeremies. That's Linker. Bayern surely will want to hold the ball and take some of the pace out of the game. Zapfenberg. Flags up, offside against Janka. Well, when the ball is played, this makes it so much easier with the lines across the field mown there by the groundsman. Throw to Bayern. And there's that incredible reflex save by Kahn. Salihamidzic hacking the ball away as Agostino came in. Jens Jeremies. Still being given a hard time of it by the 1860 fans, his former supporters. It's Greilich. Vandenborg. Good ball. The poor control. Sees Tarnat come away. Shaw's on his left. Janka's in the middle. So too is Santa Cruz. As Michael Tarnat. Decides to go on his own. But not enough power behind the shot to trouble Daniel Hoffmann in the 1860 goal. Good header from Janka. Santa Cruz coming deep to collect that ball, finding Effenberg. Santa Cruz once again. Thorsten Fink out to Tarnat. Oh, that's a great ball! Oh, what a chance! Oh dear, Hassan Salihamidzic with perhaps the best opportunity. But look at that pass from Thorsten Fink. That was champagne. Bayern coach Otmar Hitzfeld will not be happy with the Bosnian for missing that. Salihamidzic knows himself he should have buried that one. Well, chances at both ends. We still have 11 minutes to go. This is a cracker. And you can tell from the fans' reaction they're enjoying this just as much as we are. Munich 1860, 7th in the table, 18 points from 12 games. That's only 1 point from a UEFA Cup place. The Bayern bench, famous figure of Paulo Sergio in the middle with the black woolen hat on. Snow on the stadium roof. In Munich, snow scattered around the running track. Remember, we're only about 40 kilometers from the foothills of the Alps. And it's the end of November here in Germany. That's a cold time of the year down in Munich. Temperature round about 1 or 2 degrees. We've had a beautiful morning. Sunshine, but as the sun starts to go down now, it's getting a little bit chilly. Paul Agostino, great striker from Australia, but a man who has had a lot of problems with injury in and out of the Munich 1860 side. Agostino joining 2 years ago from Bristol City in England. Well-travelled young man. Before that he was in Bern with young boys. Hessler's corner, headed away by Kufur. Farnenburg. Oh, excellent ball. Kufur once again in the thick of things. Chance. Oh! Couple of metres short. Great effort from the man who came from Schalke, Filip Tapalovic. If that ball had actually gone in from Tapalovic, the referee would not have given a goal because Martin Max was running back and he actually would have obscured Oliver Kahn's view of the ball, so it wouldn't have been a goal anyway. Kufur under pressure! Kahn off his line very quickly. This game balanced on a knife edge. Bayern obviously with the quality, a team packed with polished internationals. Of Munich 1860, who've shown a lot more team spirit than last season. They were right up at the top of the table at Christmas time, but had the worst run of any side in the Bundesliga in the second half of the season, and it almost ended in them going down. 17 games in the second half of the season. They just had 2 wins and 3 draws. But this season it has been a different tale. Only lost once at home, and that was to Dortmund. Down goes Greiley. Out comes the yellow card. Stefan Effenberg. I mean, he really is a figure that opposition fans love to hate. You may remember back in '94, Effenberg sent home from the German World Cup team that played in the World Cup finals in America for a gesture he made to the crowd, and that has not been forgotten even today, 5 years later. Little Thomas Hessler, 6 minutes to go. That really was a good position wasted. The cross far too high for Agostino or for Martin Max. Torsten Fink. Thomas Linker. Well, encouragement from the bench. That's Peter Packelt, by the way. Used to play for Munich 1860. He's the assistant coach because Werner Laurent has been banished into the stands for bad behaviour. Still, Laurent should be back on the touchline next week. Oh, good hard tackle on Roque Santa Cruz. Yellow card for Tarnat. Effenberg and Tarnat shown the yellow card. Stefan Effenberg, of course, will be missing from Bayern's next game because his yellow card was his 5th. And in Germany, that means an automatic one-match suspension. And, of course, next Saturday is a very, very big game here in the Olympic Stadium because Bayern Munich play Dortmund. And to play Dortmund without Stefan Effenberg, that will certainly weaken the Bayern side. Less than 5 minutes to go. Still no score, but nobody has left their seat for a half-time cup of tea or a bit of Glühwein, mulled wine as they drink down here in Bavaria at half-time when it gets a little bit cold in the seat. This is a thrilling encounter. End-to-end soccer. 3 times Munich 1860 have hit the bar of Bayern Munich. A valiant effort by Thomas Hessler, 33 years of age. A lot of people wondered when he came down from Dortmund, where he was really unhappy, whether he would be able to stamp his character on the Bundesliga again. A famous German international, 97 appearances for the German national side, coming to the end of his career. But Hessler, a player of great heart, a man who has always shown superb character throughout his career. One just can't imagine him throwing in the towel or not producing the performances that have made him a household name here in Germany. 1860 coming forward, the ball's left, ball straight at Oliver Kahn. What a chance for Paul Agostino. Oh. What drama. A beautiful dummy. Look at the way Martin Max steps over the ball. Superb. Takes the defender with him, leaves that half chance for Agostino, and he thumps the ball straight into the burly arms of Oliver Kahn. And that's Kahn again off his line. Old friends from their days in the national side. Kahn still in the German team. Thomas Hessler, well, maybe if he plays well for Munich 1860, he could be considered by Erich Ribbeck for the European Championships this summer in Belgium and Holland. Germany already qualified. Wouldn't that make a beautiful picture? Still 1860. It's Martin Max. The ball with too much pace on it. A minute and a half. The time has flown by. Play on, says the referee. Oh dear. Harsh decision. Let's take a look in slow motion. Well, I think that was just an unfortunate collision between Martin Max and Jens Jeremies. But I suppose the referee decides that if 1860 gain an advantage from it. I don't know where Werner Laurent's been, but he's certainly not allowed down by the side of the pitch. A volatile character indeed, the Munich 1860 coach. And Munich 1860 now looking far better because they're taking the game to Bayern. They're putting Bayern under pressure in their own half, and this is something that Bayern are not used to. In ice hockey, they call it power play. Just 15 seconds of normal time remaining. Will Mr. Heinemann play any stoppage time? It was Janka, Effenberg. Mehmet Scholl manages to keep the ball in play. Still Scholl. Excellent footwork. Mehmet Scholl. This is Effenberg. Oh, good save. That ball bouncing wickedly in front of Daniel Hoffmann. Good shot from Effenberg. And a fine save by the 1860 goalkeeper. We're now half a minute into stoppage time. Ottmar Hitzfeld having a word with Jens Jeremies. There's something he's not happy about. Mehmet Scholl with the corner. And headed back over his own bar by Agostino. A minute over the statutory 45. Munich 1860 with everyone back. They don't want to concede a goal at this stage of the first half, and indeed the referee now blows for the end of what has been a staggering 46 minutes. Fabulous entertainment, end-to-end stuff. The game so finely balanced. Munich 1860 hitting the bar 3 times. Bayern looking cultivated, not having any luck their way. Peter Packelt, the assistant coach, will certainly be satisfied with the way his side have played. Both teams take a well-earned breather at half-time, as indeed we do in the commentary box. Excellent entertainment. Join us after the break here in a packed Olympic Stadium in Munich. It's Munich 1860 0, Bayern Munich 0.
Sorry to cut you off, Neil, but I just enjoy doing it. Greg, you are the ultimate loser. We don't want you around. I think you need a cup of tea, a Bex and a good lie down. I'm sorry, folks, but you've landed on the wrong planet.
You need sex.
Oh, here we go. Who's the hero?
You, Tracy.
Tracy on the Sports Panel Show, keeping the bastards honest.
C7Sport's hot summer of Australian soccer, the National Soccer League. What a corker! Friday night at 11, Canberra Cosmos take on Sydney Olympic. Saturday night at 10, Marconi face up to the Auckland Kings.
Great effort there.
Beautiful strike. Then Sunday night at 9:30, it's the battle between the Melbourne Knights and Northern Spirit. Catch the superstars of soccer in the National Soccer League. See more soccer, C7 Sport.
Go Happy, you're on the Go Happy
Go Harvey Norman for great Christmas gifts like a Breville Crazy Shake milkshake maker with coloured crazy straws, $39. A Sunbeam Poposaurus makes 10 cups of popcorn in less than 3 minutes, $45. Make snow cones and ice blocks with this Sunbeam Avalanche ice maker, also $45. Or this Mamoo single sandwich maker makes 2 snacks in 2 minutes, $45. Great Christmas gifts available now.
I think I'd like to make it about the Australian Gold Rush. Great time, you know, horses and carriages racing around, and a lot of their ancestors came from then, that time, and it'd be interesting to see how they lived, and it'd be nice to see how to find gold and make my fortune. Yeah, that'd be great.
I'd like to make a documentary about toddler taming, concentrating mainly on the 0 to 5-year-olds. I'd like to have people be interviewed in our circumstance, everyday people who are going through these experiences, as well as the professional people out there who can give us a little bit of advice.
I think I'd choose travel, because travel's very exciting, and I mean, in our day-to-day lives we just don't get to do enough. And the world is so big and so many places to see, so documentaries give you a big insight into little bits and pieces about culture that we might not get to see ourselves.
Welcome back to the second half of our commentary match this afternoon, which comes to you from a packed Olympic Stadium in Munich, just under 70,000 fans. And if the second half is only a patch on the first, then we are in for a real treat. We have had everything that is except goals. Scoreline is still Munich 18, 60 0, Bayern Munich 0. But we've had chances galore at both ends of the stadium. Bayern Munich, the visitors in today's fixture. As regular viewers will know, both Munich 1860 and Bayern play their home games in the Olympic Stadium. The calendar today has Munich 1860's name down first, so Bayern are the visitors. And what drama we had in the first half, midway through. 3 times Munich 1860 hit the bar. And in our picture there was Paolo Sergio. He was on the bench in the first half. Paolo Sergio in the Bayern lineup for the Champions League game in midweek in Norway against Trondheim. Sergio rested for the first half, but Ottmar Hitzfeld deciding that his side need to exert just a little more pressure in midfield. It looked as though they took their foot off the gas midway through the first half. Although all credit to Munich 1860 for taking the game to Bayern. That's Czerny with a cross. Shout out Czerny. Used to play for Bayern Munich before heading back to his native Austria. Czerny leaving Bayern to join Admira Wacker, then playing for FC Tirol before coming to play for 1860 4 years ago. And there's Laurent, the controversial coach of Munich 1860. My German colleagues were involved in an interview with him at half-time. He's not an easy man to handle. Tarnat. Kufur. Oh, that was footer. That was dangerous play. That's coolly handled by Mr. Heinemann. That's how to play. Once again, Werner Laurent in the picture. Shaking hands there with a famous German politician of the past, the former finance minister. Beautifully taken. Oh, this is good skill. The linesman's flag stays down. Does it? No. Bit of a late decision. I thought at first that Thomas Hessler was onside. But once again, and indeed the man offside is the man in the middle of your screen, Agostino. So if the ball had come into the middle, the linesman would have had to disallow the goal. Laurent, excitable as ever, but the referee's decision, 100% correct. It was at the end of last season that Munich 1860 decided they were going to have a real clear out after that appalling second half of the season when, as I told you, they only won 2 games. And it saw quite a few new players arrive. The biggest name, of course, was Thomas Hessler coming from Borussia Dortmund. Topalovic came from Schalke. And, of course, so did Martin Max. There's Harold Vandenborg. Vandenborg, many appearances for the Dutch national side. Did Vandenborg make contact with Janka? He had his studs up and the referee had a good view of it, but it did not seem as though contact was made. Vandenborg indicating that he thought it was a dive. Let's look again. Well, maybe as he brought his boot down, his studs caught Janka's knee, but Vandenborg did play the ball. I can only imagine that Mr. Heinemann reckoned that it was dangerous play with his left boot so high. Mehmet Scholl. Scholl. And a marvellous take by Daniel Hoffmann. He'd lined up his wall perfectly, excellent positioning. Oh, that's a great ball. Offside, though. Oh, what a pity. That was a really promising attack for 1860. When the ball's played now, oh, I think the linesman got it wrong. Look where Effenberg is. And he is a pace in front of Hessler as he runs back. So, the official a little over-eager with his flag work. Torsten Fink, formerly with Karlsruhe. Kufur. Fink to Janka. Tarnat. Jens Jeremies. It's Paulo Sergio. Big throw once again from Hasan Salihamidzic. Up goes Janka. Oh, Sergio completely miskicked in front of goal. Oh, That was the best chance of the afternoon. One step goes Janka, and Paulo Sergio completely fluffs it 2 meters out. And the Brazilian, who is as slick as silk normally, completely misses it. Effenberg headed on off the line from Courts. Scholl well saved by Daniel Hoffmann. Effenberg's corner kick, my goodness. If you're an 1860 fan, you're going to be having a heart attack now. But what a glorious opportunity falling to Paulo Sergio. Paulo Sergio with 3 goals to his credit already this season. On, by the way, for Roque Santa Cruz. Oh, late tackle. A cluster of Bayern players around the ball. Stefan Effenberg looks like he's going to take it. And we've just had an astonishing scoreline from Wolfsburg, who were leading 2-0 after 20 minutes. On 52 minutes, it's Wolfsburg 2, Hertha 3. This is Tarnaert, leaves it. Effenberg floats. Oh, that's a good move. Sami Kuffour was up there. That one straight off the training ground. Oh, beautifully nodded down. Well turned inside by Thomas Riedel. Great ball chance. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Martin Max with the ball on his foot. That was over the dead ball line. The Munich 1860 fans start to cheer, but what a pass straight onto the foot of Martin Max. Unfortunately, we're seeing this in slow motion. We should have seen the through ball. Fabulous opportunity. And Max unable to control the ball. Kuffour this time leaving Martin Max no chance. Already 11 minutes gone in the second half, and still we wait for the first goal. Effenberg with the throw. Remember, after collecting his 5th yellow card this afternoon, Effenberg will be missing in the vital clash against Borussia Dortmund here next Saturday. Flicked on by Janka. Bayern Munich with a 3-point lead at the top of the table. And there's the awful fluff by Paulo Sergio again. Hamburg, very much the team of the moment. They have 23 points to Bayern's 26. And then in third place come Borussia Dortmund. And once again, the tactic of pressurising Bayern in their own half paying off. Kahn having to concede a very simple throw-in, only a few metres from his own dead ball line, but Munich 1860 unable to capitalise on the situation. Harald Czerny to Riedel. Shouted by Kuffour with Tarnaert in attendance. Sami Kufur, he seems, taking a kick in the face. But he's a hard man, the African. One of the toughest defenders in the Bundesliga. Czerny. Headed away by Effenberg, and then Jeremies. Paulo Sergio. Headed on by Janka. Tisa. All the way back to Daniel Hoffmann. Oh, excellent tackle on Effenberg. But a foul by Torsten Fink. Just a recap on the situation at the top of the table. Bayern, as I told you, with 26 points. Hamburg with 23. Dortmund with 21. And Leverkusen also with 21. Referee allowing advantage. Good decision by Mr. Heinemann. Sergio out wide to Salihamidzic. And the ball hacked away by the captain for 1860. Marco Kurz. Tackle from behind, says the referee, by Thomas Linker. One hour of play gone. And still, despite the avalanche of chances we've seen this afternoon, we wait for the first goal. It's Tarnat. The last three Munich derbies, with 1860 as the home side, have ended in draws. Are we about to see the fourth home draw in succession? Michael Tarnat. Czerny back in defence. Well, that's a good ball to Martin Max. Hessler's up with him as Tarnat comes across to help Kufur. Martin Max wins a corner kick. Max, the leading goal scorer for Munich 1860 so far this season, with 5 to his name. Thomas Hessler taking the corner, has scored a couple. Goal kick. Oliver Kahn with the goal kick for Bayern Munich. And one really interesting feature that I was discussing with colleagues before the game is that this is the first Bayern Munich side in a derby between these two teams that has not had a single Bavarian player in it, a Bavarian-born player. Good shot, but indeed, in the end, the ball's skying high and wide. Defender's boot in the way. Well, Peter Packholt, who's standing in for Werner Laurent, who's not allowed anywhere near the pitch. Must be very pleased with his side of play. Oh, great opportunity! Off the line by Tarnat. Vandenborg. Onside, the flag stays down. Oh, it is... Unbelievable. I could have sworn the ball was in the back of the net. How on earth did Filip Topalovic miss that one? Well, we keep saying that was the best chance. That was the best chance. Look at this. An open goal. Kahn's on the floor. There's not a Bayern defender anywhere near Topalovic. No wonder Werner Laurent throws his blanket in the air. Oh, that's got to go down as the miss of the season. An open goal. 6 meters out. And Filip Topalovic puts the ball in the side netting. Should have been a cross. Support in the middle. And I think Roman Tisa knows it. Here once again. This is going to be so embarrassing when Topalovic sees this on telly tonight. Oh! Unbelievable. Could that be the turning point of the game? Bit of shirt pulling on Paulo Sergio. The referee doesn't spot it. Corner kick. Had a good game this afternoon as little Thomas Hessler silenced his critics. Just 1 meter 67. But what a heart. Torsten Fink giving away another corner kick. And it comes. Oh! And the ball just inches away once again from Topalovic. Not his day, is it? 2 great chances, 110% chance. But that was still a fine opportunity for Filip Topalovic. No wonder Otmar Hitzfeld in our picture a moment ago is looking a worried man. Iker, Thomas Hessler, Riedel, oh. That's a poor 1-2. Not much gone right for Carsten Janker this afternoon. And Bayern Munich are looking a little ruffled at the back. This must be one of Munich 1860's best performances of the season. Only 12 games gone, but that is still just slightly more than 1/3 of the season. Comes little Thomas Hessler, fires it in. But Oliver Kahn had that one well covered. Our camera behind the goal shows that Oliver Kahn had his eye on that from the moment it left Thomas Hessler's boot. But Munich 1860 once again, Kahn called upon a second time in a minute. The shot from Martin Max. And Max just pushed out a little bit too far to the left, perhaps. We are midway through the second half. 3/4 of the match gone. Amazingly, it is still 0-0. At least half a dozen chances to either side. But what better chance than the one that Filip Topalovic missed just 8 minutes ago. Tarnat fires it in. He has a tremendous left-footed shot. Jeremies. Scholl. Mr. Heinemann spotting a little bit of pushing from Carsten Janker. Looks like we're going to have a substitution. That's the skipper down there, Marco Kurz. Well, it's Holger Greilich going off. Replaced by Martin Stranzl. Seems to be injured. Hard man, Holger Greilich. Martin Stranzl, a defender. Just 19 years of age. Tall man, 1.90 m. Stranzl wearing number 36. And one touch too many, I'm afraid, from Martin Max. And we've just heard that in the far north of Germany, way up on the Baltic coast, Rostock have conceded a goal to Unterhaching. That scoreline on 70 minutes now reads Hansa Rostock 1, Unterhaching 1. Unterhaching, to everyone's surprise, the third Munich side to enter the Bundesliga. Unterhaching, the name of a Munich suburb. Does 1860 come away? It's 4 against 3. Stranzl, but his cross not hit firmly enough. Sami Kufur able to clear. Martin Stranzl, still an amateur. Harald Czerny. Foul on Paulo Sergio. Just 19 minutes of play remain. Are we going to see the fourth draw in 4 games with... Oh dear, what a terrible mix-up. Daniel Hoffmann, Bayern Munich. It's Torsten Fink. And what I was going to ask was, are we going to see the 4th draw in 4 successive games in the derby in which 1860 were the home side? Sergio, yet to shine since coming on. Hard challenge from Martin Stranzl. And that tackle more clumsy than malicious. And once again, the usual Bayern conference around the ball. Jeremies. Tarnat. Often in the middle of the park, it's Michael Tarnat who takes the free kicks. But perhaps just a bit too far out, or is it? He can hit the ball from 30, 40 metres. Tarnat, the ball blocked by Riedel. Excellent defence from Romantisa. Just 16 minutes to go, and this is usually the time when the coaches make their final substitutions. And indeed, Alexander Zickler, who's a striker, comes on for Mehmet Scholl. Zickler wearing number 21. Alexander Zickler, just one solitary goal to his name this season. Vandenborg leaves the field. Kjell Vandenborg, I told you, was contemplating terminating his career because he had so many injuries. And the Dutchman, a real power of, or a tower of strength at the back, but he's replaced by Stefan Paslak, who joined Munich 1860 in the close season from via Uerdingen. There you see that no contact was made with the ball, certainly with the inside of Tarnaert's leg though. Kufur. Jankers had a pretty poor game this afternoon. Marks laying it back. A wild clearance by Oliver Kahn. Salihamidzic under pressure. And once again, Munich 1860 surged forward. The ball must come right to Harald Czerny. Trying to lose Tarnaert. Great opportunity. Oh, straight against Hessler. And a deflection off a Bayern defender, notices the referee. Once again, Stranzl comes in, and indeed, it was a deflection off a Bayern defender. Werner Laurent. Once again, we see in slow motion that the ball actually came off the foot of Sami Kufur. The referee giving a goal kick. Jeremies. Oh, that was a good tackle from Thomas Hessler. And a bit of shirt pulling by number 21, Alexander Zickler. That was unnecessary because I think Jens Jeremies would have got the ball. Courts with the cross, Kufur heads away. Only 12.5 minutes remain in the match, and still it is 0-0. Fink to Effenberg, looking for Janko. Before today, Bayern had won 5 league games in a row, and 2 out of the last 3 by 5 clear goals. They beat Freiburg 6-1. And Wolfsburg 5-0, Effenberg. And this has been a typical derby. No quarter asked or given. Mr. Heineman's had to pull out a couple of yellow cards this afternoon, but I must say this game has been played in a tremendous spirit. Outstanding entertainment, and it's not over yet. Thomas Hassler, Thomas Riedel, Harald Czerny, Kufur giving away a corner. Just over 10 minutes on the clock. Thomas Hassler, corner, Munich 1860. Oh, 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 oh. That one couldn't have been far wide either. Well, since Martin Stranzl came on as a substitute, he really has set the game alight. Deflected over the bar, but those sort of balls can just as easily flash past the keeper. Janka to Fink, to Sergio. Oh, Paulo Sergio pushed over. Can't really understand why Roman Tis is arguing. Martin Stranzl quite clearly throwing Paulo Sergio to the floor. Now, this is a very dangerous situation. Just the sort of position that Effenberg would like. Or maybe Michael Tarnaert's going to have another crack. Thorsten Fink's with Effenberg this time. In comes Tarnaert! Oh! That man has a kick like a mule. Who would want to rush out of the wall and get in the way of one of those rockets? Fortunately for 1860, Tarnaert's shot just sailing over the crossbar. Looks so harmless in slow motion, but in real life, those go like a bullet. 8.5 to go. Janka closing in. And saving the day was Stefan Paslak. Oh, Fink with a chance. Jeremies now. Jens Jeremies, Effenberg on the right, on the left is Alexander Zickler. Sergio, though, back to Tarnaert. Tarnaert inside to Jeremies. Janka has been so tightly marked all afternoon. That's Hassler back. Tisa. Stranzl moving forward. Chance rated 60. Hassler on the left. Agostino right. Max in the middle. Stranzl fires one in. And Oliver Kahn, the Bayern goalie, furious with his defenders for letting Stranzl have a free pot at goal 20 metres out. And almost a rugby tackle on Alexander Zickler. And maybe the final substitution. Carol Cherny doesn't want to be pulled off. Peter Packel's taking him off, though. Possibly the last throw of the dice. The co-trainer, the assistant coach, the Munich 1860, Peter Packel, looking after the side with Werner Laurent banned from the touchline. Perhaps deciding that with just 6 minutes to go, his side need a fresh injection of blood. Lovely tip, that's Hessler, marked by Kufur. Great chance! What a goal! What a fabulous, fabulous goal! Oh, Thomas Riedel breaks the deadlock with an absolute missile from 20 metres. Oliver Kahn is beaten all ends up. Oh, this game has absolutely everything. What a thunderbolt! The blue and white flags of Munich 1860 wave. But how about this? 4 minutes to go. Up steps young Thomas Riedel. Oh, picked the bones out of that, Oliver Kahn. Kahn saw that all the way. He couldn't get near it. A magnificent goal. Thomas Riedel. 85 minutes on the clock, and once again between the legs of Linker and Kahn, he's nowhere near that one. And Werner Laurent, he's going to be close to a heart attack. Heinz Wildmoser, the chairman, also delighted, but nobody more jubilant than the goal scorer Thomas Riedel. It's his first of the season, and what a game to break your duck in. But it's not over. Janka, still Carsten Janka. And a chance now on the break. Stefan Effenberg. Daniel Borimirov brought on for Harold Cherny. There are 3.5 minutes left of what has got to be one of the finest derbies in recent years. And it's not over. Munich 1860 lead by a goal to nil, scored by Thomas Riedel. Hammered by 3 goals to nil in Duisburg last week. They needed a good result against the league champions, and they're less than 3 minutes away from getting it. Still Munich 1860. It seemed as though Lady Luck might have deserted 1860 when Filip Topalovic missed that absolute golden opportunity. Once again, the ball laid back by Martin Max. Upstacks Riedel. Bang! Hoffman out of his area. Anywhere out of the danger area. Ottmar Hitzfeld knows that with Hamburg playing tomorrow, if Hamburg win against Bremen, they draw level at the top with Bayern Munich. And Hamburg have a better goal difference. So if Bayern Munich lose and Hamburg win, then Hamburg go top of the table. But still, we have a minute and a half. This is pure drama in the Olympic Stadium. Oh, and the tremendous commitment at 1860. But surely, the Munich 1860 defence were not 9 metres from that ball. And Daniel Hoffmann will wait. He will use up precious seconds. It is 22 years since Munich 1860 beat Bayern. Offside. Kufur. Munich 1860, the Lions is their nickname, and they're showing lion hearts this afternoon. They can sense victory, an epic victory, changing 22 years of history is within their grasp. We're into the last minute. Bayern come forward to Torsten Fink. Oh, plenty of room on the left-hand side. Salihamidzic buying with everyone up there. And the ball blasted over the bar by Michael Taunart. 14 seconds, 13 to go. Half the stadium clad in blue and white. There will be pandemonium when Mr. Heinemann blows his whistle. Ottmar Hitzfeld, perhaps he realises that the 3 points have disappeared this afternoon. We're now into stoppage time. Just listen to the 1860 fans. They've waited 22 years for this. Werner Lorant is not supposed to be down on the touchline while the game is in progress, but he can run on the field when the referee blows his whistle. And still Mr. Heinemann allows play to continue. It's over! It's over! Munich 1860 have defeated the league champions and the league leaders, and just look at those scenes of delight. 3 times they hit the bar in the first half. 2 misses by Topalovic. It looked as though Munich 1860 had lost their opportunity. Then 5 minutes from the end, Martin Max lays the ball back. Up steps young Thomas Riedel and cracks the ball past Oliver Kahn from 20 metres. There's the youngster who scored the winner. It has been a fabulous, fabulous match in front of a packed stadium. Entertainment at its very best. From me, Alan Fountain, exhausted but absolutely thrilled with today's game. I leave you with the final score. Munich 1861. Bayern Munich 0.